Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hello and welcome to Quick Shot Reviews. It is 2023. I've just been to see the first film in the cinema in 2023. Finally releasing other things apart from Avatar. And you'll hear me mention that quite a lot over the next couple of videos and podcasts. But we're going as we mean to start the year. And what a film to start the year on. I've just been to see A Man Called Otto. And it is... how to describe it? It's a beautiful film. It's brilliant. Tom Hanks stars in it. And it was released beginning of 2023 here in the UK. Doesn't feel like a chore, even though it's 2 hours long. The acting is beautiful, the setting is beautiful, the story is wonderful, and the presence is fantastic. Can't praise this film enough. What a way to start the year. It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll have every other emotion in between, and you do really feel for the characters, and it's just a beautiful film. It was directed by Mark Foster and written by David McGee. But we'll get into the main part of the video and I will explain more there. So please join us. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you very much. It is a new venture just to stretch out these reviews and send them to more audiences, which I feel like I would like to do because, you know, I'm in a position where I can go and watch films and be entertained on a Friday night or a Saturday. And I just want to share my love of cinema with you. So if you share that love of cinema, follow us on all social media and leave a comment if you have seen A Man Called Otto and let us know what you thought of the film. I'll see you in the main part of the video. So as mentioned, the director for A Man Called Otto is Mark Foster, and David McGee writes the screenplay. And the description of this film is Otto, who is the main guy, played by Tom Hanks, is an old grump. He's perceived as an old grump, but for every old grump there is a story behind that grumpiness, and it usually leads to something where you actually start going, well, maybe if I'd asked that question, maybe if I'd talked to that person, maybe if I'd have spent more time with that friend, you would know the things that Otto is going through. And let's make 2023 that year. Make it the year where you ask someone, even if you don't know them, how they are, because it could change their lives. So let's do that. And he's an old grump, given up on life. He's given up on life. He's lost his wife, his kid, lost everything. He's perceived everything. And you don't find that out until later on. But you can get a feeling for it. You know, there's bits all the way through. And there's an underlying story as well, which I'm not going to spoil because, it's beautiful in a really sad kind of way. And he wants to end it all. He wants to be with his wife. It's a beautiful thing. Obviously, it's a wrong thing. I wouldn't ever say, commit suicide, because that is a real thing. And if you are having problems with that, please do get help. There are helplines. And he wants to go and join his wife again. She was the be-all, the end-all, and the everything in between. He had very little else. And when he gets put into early retirement. Well, it's not even early retirement. He took his severance pay and takes his retirement, which is pretty much forced on him. He feels like he has nothing left. He got up in the morning to go to work, to come home, to go to bed, to get up to work and all that kind of stuff. He had nothing. A family moves in across the street, a young family with Mexican origins. And Marisol is just a breath of fresh air. She's beautiful, she's funny, she's loving, she's caring, she's smart. Everything you want in a character, and someone who can be the opposite to Otto's grumpiness. And she's quick-witted, and, you know, it leads to a really good friendship where he does give in. He stays grumpy, or he tries to stay grumpy, but eventually, you know, that grumpiness leaves him. And like I say, there is, you know, that thing. It is a remake of a Swedish film, A Man Called Otto, directed by Hans Holm. And yeah, the story is beautiful. Tom Hanks is just phenomenal. There's little nods to the films that he was in. I'm surprised we didn't see a Sheriff Woody at some point during this film. And my personal favourite, there's reference to wrestling in this one. So if you follow my other YouTube channels, you know that I'm an absolute lover of professional wrestling, and I'm training to be said professional wrestler. I say professional, I'll still work 9 to 5 and just do it on the weekends. But yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. And all the way through the film, he meets characters that change his way of thinking. People who his wife has made a big difference on when she was still around. And there's almost that, from what I took from it, though, almost that underlying, you know, he wants to be with his wife, but his wife is actually there with him. And she's making all these things happen for a reason, for him to know that his wife made a difference in the world. And it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, like I say, you've got Tom Hanks playing Otto. You've got Mac Bader playing Malcolm, who is a integral character to the story. Cameron Britton playing Jimmy, who is the guy that's walking up and down the street, getting his steps in. Juanita Jennings plays Anita, and Peter Lawson plays Ruben, who are two characters that are similar age to Otto that he'd fallen out with over something really trivial. Again, I'm not going to spoil that for you. We then get a couple of things where, you know, there's things happening. Otto does what he does as a human being, but it's very meta in the way that other people react. So there's only one scene where something happens and it's quite dangerous, and only Otto actually responds in a way that you'd expect someone to respond. Everyone else gets their phones out and starts filming it and putting it on social media. I always said that, you know, someone could be dying, but instead of getting the phone out to call 999 or 911 if you're in America or wherever you're from, they'd get the phone out and press the record button. And that is, you know, a satirical take on modern society as well. So we get Marina Trevino playing Marisol. She is absolutely brilliant. I hope she gets more acting jobs. She is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant from start to finish. And just incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, yeah, I think basically that is your lot. In terms of the people who are in this. Obviously, they spent a lot of the budget on Tom Hanks. He plays a brilliant grump. He does everything right in this film. He is absolutely brilliant. And I would fully recommend that you take your time out and come to watch this film. Watch it over Avatar. It doesn't feel like it's long. I mean, it is long, but it doesn't feel like it. You know, there was audible laughter in the cinema, and the last time I even had any of that was, I can't even remember, to be honest. It was Violent Night, just before Christmas, the Santa Claus film with a die-hard twist, also available on Quick Shot Reviews. And that was beautiful. You know, a cinema full of people genuinely belly laughing at the things that were being said. Wonderful, wonderful feeling. I feel like in the last 2 years we've lost what society means. And if this film is the way that 2023 is going to proceed, then I'm all for it, because it's an absolutely wonderful film. I'd definitely recommend this one on a cheap shot recommendation. Anyway, that is enough of my rambling. If you've seen the film, leave us a comment below the video and let us know what you thought of the film. And join us on socials as well, all the usual stuff. Not going to push it on you, because, you know, if you want to follow me, you'll follow me, you'll find me. Quick Shot Reviews, Cheap Shot Entertainment tends to go on. So, yeah. Welcome to 2023, people. If this is how it's going to go on, if this is how it's going to continue, which I'm sure a lot of it will, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of other rubbish in between, then I'm all for it. Let's enjoy life. Let's enjoy the cinema. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. You are the Cheap Shot Nation. I've been your host, Luke. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.